Hello YouTube and Facebook, how you doing? ZCom Rebel here, we're back again live. Howdy Mr. Bazinga, glad you could join us. We've got something special happening tonight. As you know, we're currently doing the giveaways while we're on live. So that's what I've done. We're going to do that tonight. And not only that, we're pretty much going to draw it quickly. Like, we're literally going to get into it very shortly. So we're just going to wait for a few more people to get on board. Yes, Mr. Bazinga, Litecoin did skyrocket today, 20%. Absolutely. That was awesome. So what we're going to do is, what are we going to do first? Let's go, we'll have a quick look at the news. There wasn't too much there. And we'll look at the markets. We'll check out Coindesk. We'll have a look at Coindesk as well as Cointelegraph tonight. So let's have a quick look at the markets. All right, so we've had some pretty good gains across the board. It is green. Love to see green. Hey Audrey, how you doing? All right, so Bitcoin up 4%, Ethereum up nearly 4%, Ripple 1.89, Bitcoin Cash around about 3.8%. Litecoin up 23.64% currently within the last 24 hours. Cardano 2.55 and Stellar up 13%, Neo up 3 and EOS up 5. And IOTA rounds it out number 10 up 6%. So we've had good gains. Bitcoin's around the 88, 89 mark at the moment, 8,900. Ethereum just under 86, 8,700. Sorry, yeah, 870, 866. And Bitcoin Cash 1,262. The biggest mover today, Litecoin, well, in this top 10 here, $191. So big move. What's going on with Litecoin? So Litecoin, you may have seen, one is this possible fork that's happening. Okay, now it's nothing to do with it. I don't even think it's like a decent project or anything like that. People have called it a scam. It's irrelevant what it is. People heard there's a fork and people want to hold Litecoin. That's one thing. Okay. Second thing is there's a lot of good news coming out with Litecoin every day. They're rolling out to new merchants. Okay. They got on, I think it's on the 24th of February coming up. I think about LitePay. I think I saw that again today. So LitePay, we might just have a quick look on their site now. LitePay. Just check those dates. Released, yeah. So February 26th. So February 26th for LitePay. So essentially, people have signed up already and got their cards. I don't know if when they're exactly. I suppose it depends on the demand and stuff like that. And they'll roll it out in different locations, I imagine. But essentially, they're providing a card, which I believe is some sort of Visa debit card, and you can basically spend your Litecoin. So apparently this whole concept came from when they tried to get, I think it was BitPay, to implement Litecoin, and they wouldn't do it. So they just thought, you know what, we're going to do it ourselves. Yes, Eston, ZClassic is up 43%. It's blowing up. That's exactly right. We'll get to that in a minute. So yeah, good news about Litecoin. So that's two things. We've got this LitePay happening. We've got a fork that's happening soon. I'm not sure the exact day on that. And generally good news, even on Twitter. If we have a quick look at Twitter and bring up Litecoin, we'll have a quick look at the what's happening here under Litecoin. Whoops, wrong one. Try that up the top. Search. All right, so Litecoin. So Litecoin creator says upcoming fork is a scam. Okay, doesn't matter. People will miss that part. They'll hear about this thing, and it's like Bitcoin when they got into Bitcoin, and then, oh, I don't know what's going to happen, and then Bitcoin Cash came out, and there's a bit of volatility, but when the dust settled, Bitcoin Cash is still within, you know, the top 5 of cryptocurrencies with market cap. So, you know, it didn't die off like the others, and it's actually worth something. So, you know, people understand that forks happen, and essentially getting free coin. So this is one reason why they're doing it. What else are we seeing here? Let's have a quick look. Yep. So here's interesting fact. Litecoin went from $3 to $300 last year. It actually went up 2 zeros. What if they added 2 more to 30 grand? Possibly. Don't know. Just depends on how many people start to use it. But Litecoin definitely is pretty good. All right. Okay, not much there. I did see a lot of stuff coming through for Litecoin today, so that's all fine. So yeah, LitePay, I wouldn't mind setting up for that. I don't know if I'll be able to get the card, but I will sign up for that and check it out. Definitely. Anything that, I mean, I don't know what sort of relationship they're going to have with the cards, because you're still going through banks, and banks can cause problems. But even without the card, it'd still be worthwhile, especially if they can roll it out to a lot of vendors. All right, CoinDesk. What have we got happening here? What did I see that was interesting? Oh yeah, I saw something. So you know how we talked about some of the BitConnect scams, right? Well, Davor Coin, another one, dives after lending site shut down, which was going to happen. Okay, went from $170 to 10 cents. So if you see these scams, I'm glad no one's really brought any of these scams up lately, but this is what happens with scams. You put your money in, and then the site shuts down, and you don't have your money, or you don't have your Bitcoin, or whatever you put into it. So another good reason to not get into that sort of stuff. So let's get on to, looks like we have 3 people. You got 1 in 3 at the moment. We got 1 in 3. We got 4 watching. We only got 3 people on chat. Let's see if they want to join in. So we're going to do $10 worth of Bitcoin Cash. I'm going to give away that right now. So here's the question. I had to think about this before. So as you know, the title of this thing, you may have seen it, is ZClassic is Rocketing. Let's have a quick look at ZClassic. Where are we at? Let's go back here. Now, you know that, what's the date today? Today's Wednesday, and it is 14th. So on the 10th, I did a video. And I talked about ZClassic, okay? And the upcoming fork. So now it's worth $168.63. So the first person who puts in the price of ZClassic that I said in that video, or the closest to it, I'm saying there's only 3 or 4 views at the moment. So yeah, put in the price, the closest price to what I said in the video. There was a couple of different prices, but I said one price in the video, what it was, roughly on the 10th, a few days ago. And so I want to give away some cash now, some Bitcoin Cash. So now, while you are guessing what that is, hopefully you'll either guess or you might know what it is, because I told you that definitely to buy into ZClassic, get your position before this fork happens, okay? So we're a few days later now, and we are at $168. And I think I calculated up from the figure that I had in mind, we were at, we're up 60%. So if you got into a ZClassic a few days ago, when I talked about it in the video, we're up 60% right now. So you're in a perfect position. You can either hold if you want a little bit longer, or you can cash out. So that's completely up to you. So I don't see anyone putting any anything in the chat. Just remember that you guys are on here now. You will win $10 worth of Bitcoin Cash if you guess the price. So the closest one, because I know you may not guess the exact price it was, but the closest price to what I said in the video. That'd be good. So first person with that. So while you guys are guessing, so ZClassic, Mr. Bazinga says 80. We'll see if there's anyone else that wants to put in there, because if Mr. Bazinga's the only one that votes on it, Mr. Bazinga's the only one going to get it. All right, so I'll give that a couple of more minutes. And then yeah, so basically ZClassic, we've had a huge move, and it's basically up today 40%. Okay, and possibly, now you got to remember today is only the 14th, Valentine's Day. So it's the 14th today. We've got another, I think this fork is happening on the 28th. And you're looking at another 10 days. So we've got another 10 days. I honestly think that this price is going to continue to increase up to that point. Can't guarantee what's going to happen up after that because you never know which direction it's going to go. But right now, while people are discovering about ZClassic and the upcoming fork that they weren't ready for and weren't prepared, and they're finding out at the last minute, those people are getting into this now, and they're getting into these last sort of gains. So this has still got some legs in it, right? It definitely would have been better if you'd bought at the price I said a few days ago, and if if you'd got in before that, before they even announced it, okay, that would have been a perfect time as well. So this is what's important to research the coins, and all the information's there to find it. You just got to follow what's happening and see what's happening. Even if you're late to the party, you can still participate because if you leave it to the last minute, if you try and get into the fork before the last day, I don't think that's a particularly good idea. I think getting in it early is a good idea. All right, so I think all three of you guys have had a crack at it now. We've got 2 more people. I'm going to give 30 more seconds, and then I'm going to pick the closest winner. All right, and so that's good. So that's with ZClassic. And in case you're new to this and you didn't watch my video, ZClassic, there'll be a fork happening, and happening on the 28th. And this will happen between Bitcoin and ZClassic. If you hold any of those, you're going to be given the new Bitcoin private coin, okay? And when that happens, we don't know what the price is, but you're essentially getting free coin. All right, so everyone's had a go at it. We've got Mr. Bazinga at 80, Eston at 82, and Audrey at 95. So in the video, the price I said was $106 at the time in the video. So the closest is Audrey. So you have won yourself $10 worth of Bitcoin Cash. So Audrey, can you put your Bitcoin Cash address in there? And I will send you some Bitcoin Cash. Let's do that. Do that right now. Hopefully I got enough cash in this one. Oh, yep, I topped it up. Awesome. So we're going to send, and hopefully you'll put your Bitcoin Cash address in there. Now at the time when I said it was 106, I think the price on the screen was 104. But Audrey still came in there. And yes, it did dip. It did actually go down to $80. I think directly, not too long after I actually had that price. It went down the very next day. All right, just waiting for your address. Just make sure that comes through. Just copy paste that in. That would be good. Fantastic. Thank you. I love giving away some coin. How easy is that? All right, so, and it was a bit more exciting tonight with sometimes I got to come up with some different ways for you guys to win the cash. That'd be exciting. So I'm pretty happy about that. All right, let's go into here. That address is excellent. $10. Click send and just let me know that you received it. It's pretty quick. I'm really liking Bitcoin Cash. That's one thing I'll note too. One thing I saw, it's a terrible thing. People are so opinionated either way. We're in an industry where essentially we're all part of this whole space, this whole crypto space. And what amazes me is the number of people that just devote their time to hating on other projects and stuff like that. It's quite terrible, actually. So I see in the Bitcoin community, Bitcoin/Bitcoin Cash, there is just such a divided community there, and it is it's outrageous. Either side, and when people take sides and they hate the other side, it's actually detrimental to the whole thing. Really, what needs to happen is they go their separate ways, and then people do they decide with their own money. If they want to invest in Bitcoin, they can. If they want to invest in Bitcoin Cash, they can. But this fighting between it is crazy. I see some terrible things in, whether it's Twitter. Like today I saw stuff on Twitter. It was terrible, and they were just personal attacks against people just because they are into this coin or this particular thing. So it'd be like you know, going to the Olympics or something like that, and you know, the world-class competitors competing and absolutely hating one another and fighting on national TV or something like that. It would be disgrace to the sport, and they'd probably get kicked out if they were doing that sort of stuff. But this behavior, and I don't find it appropriate at all, but it seems to be in certain areas, and it's not just Bitcoin. I've seen it in other areas as well. And obviously people get so emotional about it, but it's just really, you know, I think immature behavior. I think overall the whole market needs to grow, and everyone needs to realize that they're in this space together, and that everyone has choice of what they can do. So you know, why destroy someone else's project to better your own? And yeah, it's crazy. Just, you know, leave the other coins alone and just work on your own coin. If you want to support your own coin, that's what you should do. But definitely yeah, I think stop the fighting and focus on making things better. So that's my little rant for that. So I hope you guys enjoyed what we've done so far, and I hope you guys got into ZClassic. I don't know if you guys did or not, but you know, since last few days we're up 60%. It's still got a little bit more to go. You might want to cash out before the fork if you want to, if you don't want to participate and wait around. But certainly you've made some dollars already. So hopefully I'll find some more gems like this. You can, I'll be putting some more videos up for, you know, different coins that I think have got some potential and stuff like this. But this one here with ZClassic I thought was appropriate. So I thought I'd share that with you. So I hope you enjoyed that one there. All right, now with Litecoin, I think I'll figure out up shortly. I'll keep this one short tonight. But with Litecoin, it's went up. It still has some to go because, you know, it's basically improving. Okay, it's improving against Bitcoin and the other currencies. So this is why it's moving, and people are putting more money into it. Okay, now overall the market's up, but if you have a look at, let's have a quick look at the charts. We'll go to Coinigy. Oh, now you guys, if you got any last minute questions you want to talk about, just pop them in there and I'll see if I can do it. Eston says, can you talk about how to collect the airdrop of Bitcoin private? I wouldn't say it's really classed as an airdrop. Essentially, you have to be holding. You either have to be holding Bitcoin, which, you know, most of you guys have Bitcoin, or you have to be holding ZClassic. Okay, and essentially it's a 1-for-1. And so if you hold Bitcoin, you're going to get some of this new Bitcoin private. If you hold ZClassic, you're going to be getting 1-for-1 for whatever ZClassic you have. And obviously Bitcoin is a lot higher price than ZClassic, and that's why, you know, hence the price has moved on ZClassic. But if you hold whatever you hold for both, you can add them together, and that's how much Bitcoin private. All you have to do is be holding on that day they're doing the snapshot, which I believe is the 28th. And while you're holding, you need to either hold in a wallet or in a exchange that offers that facility, not something like Bittrex. I have heard that there was problems with Cryptopia, and also Bittrex wasn't accepting new users. So it would be a little bit hard to get in if you've left it too late. If you already have your accounts with them, then you probably would be able to hold it and get that. Second to that would be to hold it in a wallet that you know are going to allow you to collect that Bitcoin private. So you need to find out who's going to support that. I'll try and find out which of the wallets. I think it was Konami. I'll check that. Normally they do those where they do any forks, they cover them, but you don't know till after the fact. The difference is when they're in exchanges, then you can sell them if you want it at that time in the exchange. So that's always helpful. Let's have a quick look at the Litecoin Bitcoin. This is on Bitfinex, and we're looking at 1 hour. Let's scroll that out a little bit. You can see the difference here. So this was a few days ago. We had a big move. This is on a 1 hour chart, and you can see the massive move we've had here. So this is in the last few hours. You know, we've had like nearly a 20% move on that one. So that's just against Bitcoin. And when you look at against USD, you can see the same sort of thing here. So you can see we've had some moves in the past equal to that sort of movement. So that's not uncommon. So yeah, it's good to see. And the reason why this is because more adoption, more people are going to use Litecoin. It's going to be part of the payment processing. So yeah, this is what it comes down to. The more people use coins and the more utility have, the more value are, more people are going to put money into them. So yeah, pretty exciting stuff. All right, I think we're going to finish up now. Just an early one tonight. I just wanted to change it up a little bit, get you guys interacting a little bit more, and I really appreciate you guys being on board tonight. Thank you so much, and thank you for supporting me. So we're going to finish up now, and I will catch up with you tomorrow. So next time I do a coin, I hope more people